War leaves the body, but it stays in the mind. Even when you sip a coconut by the sea, you hear the echo of gunfire. A market crowd becomes a marching column. Vendors' shouts sound like a sergeant's orders. The smell of fried fish turns into the stench of a burned-out armored truck. He came to Thailand to forget. The sea, the palms, the massages. And for the first time in years, he wanted to be human, not a machine built for operations. He met her, the Belgian girl. She laughed in a way that even old Thai taxi drivers couldn't resist smiling. Photographed everything, even trash bins. Said, everything has its own kind of beauty. He didn't believe in beauty. He believed in cold calculation. But with her, he wanted to live again.
They walked down a narrow street. Neon lights, the whine of motorbikes, the smell of curry. Then, a white van. Brakes screeched. The door swung open. Masks, a scream, a sack over her head. 30 seconds, and she was gone. An hour later, the call. A raspy voice, threatening. Money, fast, or she dies. He went to the police. A dusty fan pushed hot air across the room. An officer in a wrinkled uniform slurped noodles, said lazily, "We'll handle it." But in his eyes, corruption. They were in on it. Afghanistan. Night. They went in for a prisoner. The plan was good, but not perfect. 2 of his men died in the dust. If the plan isn't flawless, it's deadly, the sergeant had said, and that carved itself into his memory. Since then, he planned everything to the millimeter. A warehouse on the outskirts, 5 guards, 2 entrances, 1 exit. Police response, 20 minutes. That gave him 15. 3 days of surveillance. At night, they drank and played cards. Their routine was music, and he became the conductor.
He entered, quiet. A board creaked beneath his boot. A bandit's laughter drowned it out. "Keep the girl! Money tomorrow!" "No, money now." The first strike, an elbow to the temple. The body dropped. The second, knee to the gut, fist to the jaw. A crack, like breaking a dry branch. The third reached for his gun. A strike to the wrist. Bone snapped. The pistol fell. A boot crushed it to the floor. He struck rhythmically. 1, 2, 1, 2. Jaws and arms snapping, like a march still echoing in his head.
Angry, she sat tied in the corner, eyes wide, terrified. He cut the rope with a knife, said quietly, "Let's go." She shook, wrapped her arms around him, and he remembered carrying his wounded sergeant to the helicopter in Afghanistan. Back then, a delay would have meant death. This time, he was on time, and he carried her, not into a war zone, but back into life. A month later, a church. She in white, he in a suit. No one knew that behind their "I do" was a story written in blood and broken bones. Then, Jamaica, Arch, still knew the war never ended. It only waits until it's needed again. For now, the sea, and she is by his side.